let's build your business. This week, I want to focus on, we talked about farming a little bit, how to get in front of people, how to, look for listings. For those of you who are not comfortable with looking for listings right off the bat, let's find some buyers. What is a quick, easy way to find buyers that are truly ready to rock and roll? I would say on average, if you can get 8 people to register, maybe a little bit more, you could probably get 3 to 4 to show up, and 2 would honestly be serious. And with this method, I'm talking about a home buyer seminar. Let's do this. Let's talk about how the steps happen and how you can get in front of a nice majority of people who are truly, truly interested in buying a home. And then you could probably weed down those results to get to the people that are really ready to go right now. Or you can build up something that we call a pipeline. If you're not familiar with that term, in real estate is something that we build on. So I have pipeline through May of this year. That's not far enough out for me, but it is what it is at this moment. I do have people that'll be ready later this year, but I have to get them pre-approved. I have to take them through some steps, but they are in my database, and my job is to now nurture them. They've come to me through a bunch of different avenues, and most of them are referral. So I have a very strong referral business. That means I stay in touch with my clients. The majority of the time, I have events. I do pop buys, and that's something where periodically I will stop by their house or mail something to them. Once again, just to keep my face first of mind. I don't care where you are in this business. I don't care if you just started or if you've been in it for a couple of years. Pop buys, emails, video text. If you've never gotten a video text from me, your life ain't right. Because that's what I do. That's how I communicate with people. Once again, so they can see my face, associate me with a name, a name with a face, and get to know me and get to see my personality through video text. Me just calling people, sometimes it deads in the water, but once they start to get to know me and see me in my video text, they're like, oh, we know Lisa, we see her riding around in her car, or, in her office. If you see these pictures, you know me. It becomes that memory thing. So when people say, oh, real estate, your name comes up. And just to give you an example of how referral business can work for you, I have a client right now that he sent me 3 potential people in the past week and a half from his job. And they are coming in like water. And once people start to speak of your name because you're following up, you do what you say you're going to do, and you help them work through whatever's going on, good, bad, or indifferent, because it's not always good. Please understand. I have a client right now. We just closed on a house, and we found a multitude of issues somehow, some way that were missed in inspection or would have never been brought up in inspection. So now we're dealing with that, but I'm not going to duck her. I'm not going to dodge her because I'm like, oh, I got my check. I'm going to go about my business. No, unfortunately, in this part, this is the hard part of the business where you have to stay in and stay committed and make sure you're supporting people without doing too much or making it feel like it's all your fault. Now, it all depends on how people come back at you. But in this instance, I am helping them work through the scenarios and the different situations that they're facing in this ownership of this home. But let's get back to, let's throw a buyer seminar. I will be throwing a buyer seminar. Myself and Justine have partnered with Tim Murphy at Annie Mac Bank. Monica, you'll probably be somewhere in the fray if you're available that week. I know you got a lot going on right now, so I don't want to push it. But either way, not part of the video. We're going to throw a home buyer seminar. Tim came to us with the idea. He had just hosted one, and he found great success. And the reason why they found great success was they're talking about 100% financing. A lot of people, if they do have the credit, they do not have the money to come up with down payment and closing help. So this is another option for them to keep their interest in owning a home open. Yes, housing is very expensive, but the other side of the coin is renting is very expensive as well. To find a place that will subsequently be affordable in renting and decent, it's tough out here in these streets. It's really tough. So let's go on. So in planning a home buyer seminar, please don't be intimidated if you've never thrown one to think that this is going to cost you a butt ton of money. It should not. if you get the right partners, right location, this could be almost an no money out of pocket experience. And you have had the opportunity to introduce yourself to a ton of people. You've been marketing yourself. All of this will come back into you in spades. But it's all, the biggest piece of this is going to be the follow up. The people that did not show, the people that did show, staying in touch with them, making sure that you're aware that they are aware that you're going to potentially do this again. So we are still in the first quarter, January, February, March. So this is our first quarter event, and we're going to throw a home buyer seminar. The first thing you should worry about is location. Where are you going to throw this event? We are EXP. For the majority of you who on this call that are EXP, we do not have an actual office. So that is when you get super creative. 9 times out of 10, when I've had the things that when I had a brick and mortar office, nobody came to them anyway. It doesn't matter where it is. The more attractive the location, the more likely people will be to show. So with this, Tim is offering his office. So you could potentially go to the lender's office, your office, if you have a space or something, where the library is an option. It's a very cheap rental. It's a really nice room. That's the way to get more marketing advertising out there. The second thing will be your title office. We partner with a couple of different title companies in the area where they have office space that they would allow you to use, because once again, it's all about getting back in front of people. And my favorite place to go to, new construction. New construction model homes are a great place to host a buyer's event. 9 times out of 10, that sales rep that's on site wants more people to come through the door. Their managers want more people to come through the door. So this is a way for you to help them out. And if you give them time in the event to speak to people about what they're offering there at their homes, they love that even more. So build a relationship with a new construction person. Don't just come in and ask for something. Actually build a rapport and build a relationship so they can feel comfortable and feel like you're not just going to come use them for a one and done and you don't come back again. We do have a ton of new construction friends. If anyone wants an introduction or anything, please don't hesitate to call me. Number 2, let's talk about your partners. Who can help you host this event? Because if you feel like you're at a point in your business where you don't know what to talk about, this would be an amazing time for you to have third-party people to put in front of people. They're like, wow, you have a lot of connections. People love to call me and say, oh, you have a good lender, you have a good title, you have a good contractor, you have a painter, you have this, you have that. Because I make it my business to build my friends. So when people need things, they just call me, or I go find it for them. If I don't have it, I tell them I'll go find it for them. I am in search of a plumber right now and something else. I can't remember what it was. So that's that part. So make sure they're super knowledgeable. If you guys match in how you handle people, that's super important too. I'm a person that's going to reach out. I'm going to touch base. I'm going to check on people. And that's my forte. If I don't have a lender, if I don't have a title person that has that same sense of characteristic, then we usually don't jive. I don't like the way they do things. They might not like the way I do things. They might think I'm over the top or whatever have you. So in that instance, I want you to make sure, if you're new to the business and you don't know a lot of people, start having coffee with people. People are going to start reaching out to you. When they start seeing you do numbers, they're going to reach out to you and they're going to want to be your friend. But you want to make sure you align yourself with people who practice business the way you practice business. So it's a cohesive relationship and your clients get that feel as well, that you're not running behind people and cleaning up their messes. So it's super important that you get with a person who kind of aligns with your business. Okay, so lender, title, inspector, contractor, all the things that most buyers worry about. Think about if you were purchasing a home or thinking about purchasing a home, what would be your questions and curiosities about things, and what would make you, what are the things that you would ask somebody when you came and sat down, and what would you want them to share with you as a buyer? Being that I've gone through it, I think it's super important. There was so many things that I wanted to know, and now that I'm in the position, I know how to help people feel more comfortable with the transition. I don't pretend to know everything. I learn something new every day. But I think it's important that we kind of address those secret fears that sometimes people don't speak. So in the buyer seminar, that's one thing you can do. But if you let someone else lead and you kind of just jump in where necessary, that takes some of the pressure off you of knowing everything for a buyer seminar. So we got that straight. We have an idea of where to throw the party. We have an idea of who to throw the party with. And then don't forget your partners will help you market that event as well. So that's something that helps put it out on a bigger platform. Give yourself enough time to plan it. It's like a party. Please give it enough time to plan it, and you can market as much as you want. At least 30 days. Let's talk about takeaways. What do you want to give people? Is it pens? Is it notepads? People want to, and then if nothing else I've learned in this business, one of the important factors is giving people things that help remember who gave it to them. So I'm a big fan of personalized gifts. All my closing gifts, I try to make them very personalized. I order them in advance and things of that nature. If I don't give you that, I just didn't have time to go shopping, or nothing came in my brain and said, pick this out. But either way, that's where we are. So the takeaways, things that people would want to know: how to get the money, how easy it is to get the money, who can get the money, how much money is it. Those are the things that people want to know about. So if they can write all that stuff in their notebook and they get excited about it, that's what you want. The one thing, another piece that we're offering in our buyer seminar is on-spot credit approval. So they can get their credit run. My partner, Tim Murphy, will take the time to go through the credit so people can truly understand their credit and how it works out for them. So that's another piece to this puzzle. I will not say every lender will do this. Some just, they said it costs too much, and it's just not part of their forte to throw that kind of money out the door. And some people don't even like working with people who need credit resolved. I don't want to build my business around people that need credit help, but I do understand that sometimes people in higher price points where I'm shooting for may have one or two things that are off that just need someone to talk them through. So that's, once again, that's not my business model, to work with people that just need all this help and need a year to get the credit straight. I really would like to sell a house next month. But in the same interest, those people can definitely be your pipeline people, and they can definitely be referral sources, because if you take care of them, they're going to tell the world that you took care of them. And that's what we want. That's, once again, another pillar to our business. My basket is full of different eggs when it comes to how my business is built. New construction, my listings. That means campaigning, farming, looking for listings. My buyers, referrals are super big in my business, and just social media. So those eggs are in the basket. I do have some lead source companies that I work with. I do not give them all my time and energy because they are a lot of work. So I like to work on the things that are built for me, and that I can more control and manage how I do them. So other takeaways: pins, I'm looking at a piece of paper, flyers, area resources. If you can partner with a local coffee shop, a local pizzeria, and get coupons for them to use down the line, that would be something super cool that people would be excited about. Your lender knowing about the different financial programs that would help clients in the area that you're in is a godsend. We do have USDA, we do have VA, we do have FHA, and we do have conventional loans, but being able to get to MMP, NACA, no comment, that's all, just to say NACA, and getting to know what all the programs are gives the opportunity for the seminar to be even bigger, so more people can get reach and more people can understand what money is available and out there. I'll tell anybody who listens, I've had my past 3 closings that were buyers. All of them have received money from the Maryland Mortgage Program to the tune of over $17,001. One was $21,000, one was $25,000. So it all depends on the price of the house, but also the requirements. I think they're like $640. Let's go. The timing. When do you host these things? Think about, if you worked full time, when would you want to go to a buyer seminar? 9 times out of 10, you would want to go after work. If you have to go home and get your kids ready and fix dinner and do things, and then you just like, I'm not coming back at the house, offer people food. We've had one at a pizzeria before, and we had pizzas lined up on the thing to offer people food and to help you know, to help with that one little thing that may be a tip. Don't plan it too early. Most people don't get home to 6:30, 7 o'clock. So you want to make sure you're right in that time frame. 5 o'clock, ain't nobody there. That's a big thing. Weekends, the next one we're doing is on the weekend or in the afternoon. One of the things that he advised us was to have daycare. So I have 2 teenage cousins. I'm going to pay them for a couple of hours, and we're going to have lunch. We're going to have pizza and snacks and chips and all that stuff there to make it convenient, because parents are ripping and running on Saturdays. And if they get a chance to sit out in a room and take notes and really focus instead of telling children stop, 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 that would help them tremendously. So you can employ some teenagers, probably help them with the community service hours. That would be a cool thing. The last piece is the marketing. Pushing this event to the hilt. It does not take dollars. It really, truly does not take dollars. I'm a big fan of printing things out. I will print you a flyer in a heartbeat. I live on Canva. I will create something. And this is where the last item that we just created for our buyer seminar just came from, was from Canva. We're going to push it on all our social media pages. It should be a story. It should be a post. It could be a reel. Add some music to it. Add some trending music to it. You can turn the music down. You can play the music a little loud. You could do a live video with the, you can do a green screen video with the flyer behind you, inviting people to the thing. That will definitely catch attention. You will see me do that sometime later on this week. As my day progresses on, as my week progresses on, it gets crazy, and I have to remind myself to do the things. But you can make it a first Facebook event. You can make it an Eventbrite event so people can see it. You want to capture. If you're not sure what to say, one, speak to your partners and make sure that they know the wording, and make sure the wording is appropriate for attracting people. And then ask ChatGPT, what is the most engaging words that could be SEO optimized, so people will want to click and come to your buyer's seminar. That's like the super most important thing. Those are some quick and easy ways. Do you canvas an apartment community? I will tell you, yes, I have been thrown out of plenty of apartment communities, but if you do not have the dollars, take a chance. Take a chance. It ain't nothing but it's not a failure if you don't ask. All they can say is no, or get out. Get out and keep it moving. But have I been able to be successful in getting people from apartment communities? Most definitely. Make sure it's important that you understand how much these people are paying rent in certain communities, because certain communities will match your client avatar and the price point that you want to sell in. Because if you got people paying $2,500 and up in a month, that's closer to the $400,000 mark. And if that is your average price point, you're hitting the right people. So you want to really do your homework. Don't just flim throw things out there. If you want to get into an apartment community that has a locked door, send me a text message. I will show you how to do an EDDM delivery. So that means you don't have to worry about locked doors. I was about to do a Friday reference, but we're not going to do that. Okay. So, social media, email. If you have a database, make sure your database is full of the people that you really want to contact and keep in touch with. You should be sending these flyers out to them and making these announcements and inviting them to the parties as well. If they haven't talked to you in 2-3 years and you're like, oh, they ain't never going to buy a house, don't make no difference. Send them an invite anyway. Make sure they're on that list and know that you're still out there operating and staying in touch with them, even when they don't call you every 5 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about some materials that we can give out at the home buyer seminar. I'm a big fan of giving people really cool things that they can truly use. I like the little tape measures. This came from Caruso. I got it from a little event, but you can order them. We can definitely look online at Amazon, get something ordered, or you can go to Etsy and see if somebody has small stickers that you can just throw on a really cheap tape measure to market yourself, because you can just get the labels and just put them on there instead of ordering something with the name on it. I mean, and you can use the labels for a lot of stuff, so definitely take that into consideration. Another thing I got from Amazon, these are small little flashlights. Buyers sometimes need a flashlight when they're walking through a house and we get to an area where the light isn't on, or we can't see something, or we're trying to see something a little better. So that's another little cutesy item. I think they were like 12 in a pack for $10 or something like that. Another thing I love to give people is labels for moving. So these I got right off Amazon. It gave me a huge pack of them, and I've been breaking them up. I put them in cutesy little bags. We have these adorable little bags that we use from time to time. And once again, another Amazon find. And I put on here a sticker that says, sorry, I was supposed to have all this stuff out and I didn't do it. These are the top 10 things you should do when it comes to buying a home. So I have the tips on here, my picture on here, and my information at the bottom. You can do it however you want. I made this on Canva and made it smaller so I could get it smaller and connect them right here. I'm once again, a big fan of ordering foolishness. These are my key, and then I have house paper clips as well. And I just attach them here, attach this little thing, and hang it up there. And there we go. We've got all kinds of cutesy little things. So when I meet a buyer for the first time, I will give them this. And with the little stuff inside so they can feel like, oh yeah, she's thinking of me. And because sometimes we only give stuff to sellers and they feel disheartened, but a buyer will definitely remember you gave them this cutesy little bag. Now you can put anything in it, but I mean, once again, if we're considering cost and being effective with our costs as we're building our business, please keep it as cheap as possible, because at the end of the day, most agents aren't doing what you're going to do. So you're going to surprise a lot of people with these cute little items and just thought out products. Someone sent me in an envelope matcha. They sent me a little matcha tea pack. It didn't weigh a thing, and I'm sure they probably had a whole buttload of them somewhere, a whole box of them. Could you not get matcha tea packs and put them inside and tell people just to relax and sip tea or matcha or however they want to do it, because you got them handled. You're going to take care of everything. That's just a cutesy little thing. So once again, please do not overthink the cost, and things are going to cost you $1 million to do. Shoot me a text, call me. We'll go through the process of how to get you in front of, get you aligned with the things that will help you build your business, and be consistent. Be consistent in that walk. One of the things that I usually have posted up at open houses, home buying made simple. So this is another Canva thing. Tips and tricks on how to do it. I've got another one that's for sellers. And this is just something you can slip inside. This is my most favorite thing. These are my envelopes. So when I do listing presentations, I can either put them in here. I do have boxes for my listing presentations. Not going to even introduce you. We'll talk about that more when we're listing more houses, and how to get in front of listings. And when it's time to roll out the red carpet for people, we'll tell you the difference of that when it comes to listing. But for right now, this is a cool little thing I ordered right off Amazon. It's just a plastic envelope with the string around it. It's part of my team color, so it stands out and people remember it. I even have orange envelopes, so when I'm mailing things, this will stand out in the mail from people. And yes, I do have a butt ton of postcards that we use as well to canvas communities when we're doing EDM marketing. And the EDM marketing is every door direct mailing that you do through the post office. So you get the postcards and then you drop them off at the post office and they hit a whole route. So for instance, in my community, I think it's 645 homes. It cost me about $132 to hit one mailing for them. So if I drop it off at the post office today, they'll probably get it tomorrow. That kind of thing. So once again, sliding things in this nice little envelope makes people feel like, hey, she's doing something. Could you not go on Etsy and get some more, get some bigger labels to put right here on the front? Gives it that personalized feel, makes people feel like, ooh, they really, really got their stuff together. Once again, it's a growth business. Please don't think that you have to have these things right now. People don't know what you don't have because they've never seen it before. Agents are not doing it to this level. So please don't feel like you're in competition with anybody, because half the time people just show up and just start talking and they don't even deliver things in advance. Delivering things in advance is a huge, huge advantage. It's called winning before you list, before you show or something like that. But with this, I will put this inside, and here is my buyer guide. And this nice buyer guide. It's a couple pages. I just bound this. I have not paid for this to be printed yet. I will pay for this to be printed. That's a must. Got to do it. But this is a home buyer guide, and it's a breakdown. It's a longer breakdown of this packet. I've had a couple different versions of it over the years, so it's just something you could just put together. So putting this inside, potentially a small little notepad for people to take notes on, having your own personalized pens. They're pretty inexpensive. Once again, if it's not in your wheelhouse right now, that's okay. Go to the store, get a pack of pens that match and make it all look coordinated and good. No one knows. No one will care. It's just the thought and the process behind it, you preparing and putting things together for people. If you have partners and they have pens, ask them for their pens. Use their pens until you get some money to get your own pens. Don't worry about not having things. These things are super easy to come by and to be creative. I am the queen of arts and crafts before I had a couple dollars. I will make something shape. So that is the way that we are going to host a home buyer seminar. If I'm too wordy and I'm trying to give you all the details because no one told me in advance. Nobody told me how easy it was. I stressed over it and I ain't had enough money, and I just didn't do things because I didn't think I had the backing. And I've learned so much over the years that I definitely want to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys are having a great week. And this is your Wednesday post. If you need anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. Bye, guys.